Well, we have Chief Al Gillespie here from North Las Vegas Fire Department, who's also IAFC President and Chairman of the Board. Thank you for joining us today.
Morning,
we appreciate
Christine.
your time. I know you're really busy.
Well, it's a busy time.
Of course. So let's start off talking about just accomplishments in the last year. What are you most proud of here?
Well, we've done some great things this year, and I would say some of the greatest accomplishments of the IAFC this year have to be the acquisition of the D block, the broadband network for the public safety.
Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, you know, it's something that we absolutely needed for the future, for our communication, for police, fire, EMS, 911, all of those, be able to get the same sort of information to our emergency responders that you have on your smartphone, so they can have that access and ability right on scene. Without the bandwidth that we were able to acquire, that would not have been possible for us in the future. So we would have been very limited. That will not happen immediately, but we have the acquisition of that, and the funding source set up, and the governance board is being built right now to develop that.
And in a year's time, there's a lot that can be accomplished. I'm sure you're proud of certain projects that you hope will maybe continue for IAFC from this point on. Can you talk about that as well?
Well, certainly that one. As I said, that's a big step, but we've got to build it. The second one is our image task force that we put together under past president Steve Westerman. Steve made a presentation to the board yesterday on all the progress they're making on that. And I hope to continue on in that role, helping out as one of the past presidents and sitting on the President's Council. So that would be a great opportunity for me.
So what does it take to be a leader, you know, for such a huge organization, national organization? Any advice for those who might consider that?
Well, what I would advise, particularly anybody that's interested in leadership roles, is do it. Take some opportunity and don't be afraid to take a step forward. I started as a young firefighter, sitting in those days on the back of a step of a fire engine, and then sitting backwards on a fire engine. And I just had aspirations of being able to help in a broader way than just as a firefighter. And that's a great goal just in itself. But take the opportunity. Don't be afraid to step forward. You have so many people willing to help, and that's really what, I couldn't tell you all the people that helped me get to where I'm at today. And it's just been a wonderful experience.
And speaking of experiences, I mean, what do you plan to do next? And how do you plan to use the experiences you have now, if you will, to apply it forward?
Well, that's really interesting, because sitting in this role gives you a lot of opportunities. I'm not really sure yet what's next for me, but I'm not the kind of guy that just sits around and I love my grandchildren and I love to play golf, but that's just not for me. I'm still the fire chief in North Las Vegas. I'll probably be the fire chief for a while, and if not, who knows? I enjoyed working up in Washington, D.C. with the politicians and accomplishing some work there, so you never know.
So is there one thing that maybe sticks out in your mind as far as experience or memory goes that, you know, taking on this role for President IAFC that you can maybe use in the future?
Yeah, and it's probably no different than many other leadership roles, just the tremendous people that you get to work with and the opportunities that you get to share with them. I have learned so much. One of the things I talk about when I teach leadership is I want to be a better leader today than I was yesterday, and a better leader tomorrow than I am today. And all those people that you get to bump into, and they give you the opportunity to do that, it just makes life worthwhile.
Absolutely. All right, well said. Chief Al Gillespie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure
We
to meet
appreciate
you.
your time.
You bet.